Last one, we've made it. So this one is coronal adduction. So outward and inward movement. So abduction and adduction. We are going to start on all fours. Again, block might be useful today if you have one. So starting on all fours, we're going to take the right leg out to the side. So about in line with the hip. Tuck the left toes under, and you can always move the left knee out as well if you want a slightly deeper variation. Then shift your hips back until you can feel a stretch in that right inner thigh, and come down onto forearms. If that's too much, simply stay upright. You still get a pretty good stretch either way. And tighten the lower belly. And then return to all fours. Take your left leg out to the side. Again, in line with the hip if you can. Press into your left foot. Tuck the right toes under. Maybe shift that right knee out as well. Lean your hips back. An option to come onto forearms. Make sure you're not dumping into your shoulders. So press into your forearms. Lift up. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. And as you breathe out, feel that gentle tightening of the lower belly. And then press up onto all fours with your toes tucked. Sit back on your heels, hands to your hips, kneel upright, and step up to standing. Okay, so this is going to be a sideways movement. So we're doing a side lunge, side to side. You can take let's take arms out to the side. So take your arms out to the side. Maybe start towards the top end of the mat. We're going to step out to the side, lunge, so bend into the right knee. As much as possible, want your knees tracking in line with your toes. And then step back. And then step out to the side again, right side, and then step back. Pull the belly in, then push into the foot to step back. Do 3 more. Last one. And then release your arms. Walk to the back end of the mat. Arms out to the side. Sip up through the lower belly. Again, focus your drishti, so keep your gaze steady. See if you can fix it around one spot. Step out to the left. Obviously, your gaze will move with you. And then push back to step back. Step out, bend the knee, double check that knee's in line with the toes. And then push back. Obviously, the further you step out to the side, the harder it is to step back. So do make your stance a bit smaller. Last 2, if you need to. And relax your arms. Okay, so we're going to take another dynamic movement, not quite as dynamic, but in Warrior 2. So take your feet out wide. Turn your right foot to the back of the mat. Turn the left toes in slightly. With your hands on your hips, just notice if your hips are a bit of an angle like mine. Then I want you to square your hips. Bend your front knee. So your right knee is about above your ankle. Press into the outside edge of your back foot. And I want you to squeeze your right hip in. So every time we come back into this movement, into this pose, I want you to squeeze your right hip in. So arms out, Warrior 2, strong arms, reach them away from you. On your inhale, push into that right foot, straighten the leg and press your palms together above your head. Then exhale, bend back into warrior two, squeeze that right hip in. Inhale up, exhale, bend. Inhale up, pull the belly in, exhale, bend, tighten through your waist. For 4 and 5. Relax your arms, straighten your legs, turn the right toes in, point your left foot forwards. Make sure it's pointing directly to the short edge of the mat. Level off your hips if you need to, bend your left knee, open your arms out wide and squeeze that left hip in. When you're ready, on your inhale, push into the feet to lift up, press your palms. Exhale, push your palms down, squeeze your left hip in. And then inhale. Exhale. For 3 more. As you exhale, tighten, cinch the waist. So strong through the abdominals. Then last one. Relax your arms, push into the foot to come up, turn the toes in and then just heel toe your feet in towards each other. Move to the top end of the mat and come down onto your knees. We're going to take a pose called gate pose. You don't want to be right at the edge. Find a kneeling position, upright kneeling position. Step your right foot out to the side. Press firmly into your right foot. So starting with gate, take your right arm next to you, zip the lower belly up, so make sure you're not sticking your bum and your chest out. So take your hands to your hips, just lift your hip points up. So posterior tilt, pull up through the lower belly. Let's reach our arms up, inhale, and then lean to your right. Right hand rests on the leg, gaze under the left armpit, and then lean over your right thigh. Press down into that left knee. And pull the belly in to come up. Take your left hand to the mat and lift your right leg up. And then lower and lift. Slide your hand towards your feet and lower and lift. Pull the belly in. So apart from anything else, you're working your outer hip here, the sides of the waist. Take one more. And then come onto your left fingertips, pull the belly in, slide your way back upright. Double check your left hip is above your knee. We're going to take again some side body work on the left side. So lower your left hand and then lift your way back up again. And then lower without touching the floor and lift. It's quite a simple movement. Just make sure that you're really engaging on the way down and then obviously engaging to bring your body back up again. So as you exhale, tighten the abdominals and then come back to kneeling. Shuffle down the other end. If this doesn't feel great on knees, you can always place a cushion under your knees or roll the edge of the mat in. Take your left leg out to the side, right hip directly above your knee. Find that lift of the hips, that posterior tilt, and press into your left foot. Pull the ribs in, reach your arms up, inhale, and then exhale, lean to your left. As you inhale, reach, gaze under the right armpit and lean. Keep that right knee pressing down. And pull the belly in to come up. Take your right hand to the floor. Lift your left leg up. And then lift the leg up and slide your hand towards your foot and then lower it down. Lift and lower. And last one. And then slide back, just come onto your fingertips, use your tummy muscles to pull yourself up. Then we're going to take those side lifts again. So lower your right hand to hover, then pull the belly in to come back up. Maybe concentrate on using your exhale to pull the body back up. Halfway. Last one. Then just start to bring that knee back. Cross your legs. Sit down. Extend your legs out. Shift your hips forwards. Just place the soles of your feet together. Let your knees out to the side. Turn your palms up. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Notice if you're tensing your hands or the face. Let it go. And you can stay here if you like for Shavasana, or slide your legs out straight. Maybe flop your feet in and out, like windshield wipers, and then just let them fall outwards. Thank you for joining me for this 7-day session. Really appreciate your time. Enjoy this Shavasana, and I hope this has been really useful to you. Namaste.